Well, hello everyone, and today I thought I would talk about perhaps why we should return to our older holidays. Now I'm specifically referring to those of us who are native Europeans, right? Of course there's other traditions throughout the world that are sort of parallels to these traditions, but I'm looking at how we as a people celebrate holidays, right? Now, this is going to be more or less specific to the heathen circles. And I'm just really loving checking out these interesting clouds here in cloud formations right now. But anyway, there's this absurd holiday right now called Juneteenth, right? Now, of course, people don't want to say, oh, African American this or that, or the slaves recognizing their freedom in Texas. Yeah, I get it. If you want to celebrate that, go right ahead. That's your business. I think it's, by its very nature, a ridiculous holiday, if you want to call it a holiday. Holidays come from an older word of holy days. They're meant to be holy days, right? Sacred days. Of course, things were co-opted by Christianity when it comes to many of our holidays, and that's a whole different story though. But here we are, almost the summer solstice, and ancient peoples often celebrated Midsommar, and I'm talking Germanic and Norse people in particular, and there is some evidence linking Thor as part of this celebration. That he was revered a little bit during the celebration, or acknowledged. So with that being said, we've had a lot of thunderstorms lately here, which is not uncommon. That's nothing spectacular. That's a fairly mundane thing here where I live in eastern Oklahoma. But anyway, for me it was unusual because, you know, the last few nights we've had lots of thunder, lots of lightning, lots of nearby explosions of thunder and lightning. But last night I had something of a dream that involved Thor, right? And Thor was quiet, there, more like a presence. I can't really get too descriptive with it. It's not something that's really human. And almost like a silent reminder to me. Now, some of you might think that dreams have no significance, and I think many dreams are simply the regurgitation of daily events and experiences. But sometimes I think they link us to larger, more powerful forces outside of ourselves. So perhaps this was just Thor giving me a little nudge, a little reminder that maybe, just maybe, I should mention him around this time of year, this equinox. Now, of course, Germanic heathens typically followed the lunar cycle, right? So they didn't really do the solar cycles. But I'm inclined to believe that some of these solar especially these noticeably solar events would get people's attention, right? But for me, I'm just out there right now trying to give you all a reminder that we should bring back the holiness of our holidays. We should bring back our original holidays. We should celebrate our original customs according to our tribes. And we as native Europeans have a long tribal ancestry. Regardless of what's happening, and this goes for Europeans in Europe as well. I mean, many of you are there surrounded by ancient places and sites. Clearly you've become urbanized, and unfortunately some of my friends I've recently spoke to in Europe have all become cucked, for a lack of a better word. I really don't like that word, but there's no other way to explain it. They've become so shamed by everything that happened to them in World War II that they see every act of folkish pride and recognition of their uniqueness as somehow an evil threat to everybody else, which I would strongly disagree with. We have a line of ancient people that go back a long, long ways. And we have these customs that have been around for centuries upon centuries. Even this monolithic monster, this trick by this Middle Eastern cult that launched itself into Europe and used the resources of earlier pagan empires to disrupt us. It took it a long time to do so, and it never fully did it, and it seems like we are slowly but surely returning back to the old ways. So I would encourage all of you out there to study these old systems, study these old ways. You can attempt to do so in a scholarly fashion as much as you can with what information we have. I think it's a good idea. But also remember that this is a living, breathing experience. This is not a faith in the sense of you acquire intellectual knowledge and just believe. This is an active process, a participation. You have to make your rituals count. You have to honor these gods, the Asir, these ancestors, the Vetter. You have to immerse yourself in their world. We're part of the world, and they're part of the world. It's not some abstract idea that you just read in a book. So, for me, here I am. Did not plan on making this video, by the way. I have plans for this weekend. I would like to at least take my time to honor Thor sometime this weekend. If not this weekend, then the first full moon after the solstice here. But I couldn't pass up making a video and showing you these awesome looking clouds and the thoughts that they're inspiring in me. And of course, in this little phone and in your little screen, or maybe your monitor or TV screen, they don't look so impressive. But right now, right here with me, in this reality that I'm experiencing, they're very expressive and very beautiful. So yeah, kick to the curb all these modern silly holidays, and there's too many of them to count. There's too many to keep up with. If you have nothing but a bunch of cheap, ridiculous, nonsensical, secular holidays that are created out of thin air, you really don't have any holy days, do you? Suddenly your holy days become mundane. You know, ridiculous holidays, stupid holidays. You know, I can't mention all of them right here, but you know, when somebody has like Office Workers Day, you know, fucking, or other stupid shit, you know, shoot somebody in the asshole with a dart gun day, that kind of stupid shit. Nonsensical, really ridiculous things. Bring back the holidays, the true holy days. Embrace them and immerse yourself in them. If we all started doing this, we could shake off all these illusions that these tricksters are putting on us, these distractions. Oh, and if you're a native European and you want to do the Juneteenth thing, go right ahead. I don't know why. Maybe you're trying to show some sort of solidarity for those in the past who were enslaved, but to me, it's just ridiculous. The very holiday, Juneteenth, such a butchering of the beautiful English language. It's eubonics. Eubonics, and people actually shut down banks for this shit. It's fucking idiotic. So, avoid these man-made little traps and illusions. Keep you just obsessed with nonsensical, mundane things. Embrace the divine.